on the highway. We're on the highway to our cottage for the weekend, with the leaves falling and soon it's gonna be fall time soon. So we can jump in the leaves with the leaves floating up and down. So we can spin around and around until you fall down, until you crack down, until you break down. You can't find me all buried in the falling down. Every time we look around, all we see is butterflies and airplanes way up high, way up in the skies passing by. But I'm not gonna say that's all we can look at right now as the traffic of Ottawa speeding by at the gear of one. We are taking the fast route to the cottages, speaking for Thanksgiving holiday, with the wind blowing through our hair, with the birds chirping loudly that we can barely hear ourselves talking over the loud noises of the cars beeping their horns, with the wind blowing through our hair, with the traffic of Ottawa. But all we wanna really do is to go to our little town around lake. Every time we look around, all we can see are butterflies floating by, time after time, time after time. Oh, with no music, there are no tunes, and with no music around a campfire, it can't be called a campfire. With no music playing for your ears, from your voices, from the guitar playing from your heart, around a campfire, no. So you can't have a fire with no smoke, you can't have a mountain with no ground, you can't have a blue sky with no air, you can't have a water with no rain, and you can't have Thanksgiving with no pumpkin pie. You can't have a pumpkin with no sword, you can't have a flower with no stem to stick in the ground to bloom the flower up and pretty like, yeah. And you can't hold hands with no one else standing there beside you. Hold hands with no one else, hold hands with no one else, hold hands with no one else, crashing down, falling down, broken to pieces once again, crashing down, falling down, broken to pieces once again. So you can't have a fire with no smoke, you can't have a mountain with no ground, you can't have a blue sky with no air, you can't have water with no rain, and you can't have Thanksgiving with no pumpkin pie. You can't have a pumpkin with no soil, you can't have a flower with no stem to stick in the ground to bloom the flower